Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So within today's video, we are going to be talking about Canelo and also Jules Kounde. These two players are very much connected and we are going to be explaining exactly why. Because look, Kounde has made his decision. He does not want to play as a right back next season. Kounde has made it known to Xavi Hernandez that he wants to be a center back next season and no longer play as a right back. He is simply just not happy. And it says here, according to two sources coming from Fernando Polo and Tony Juan Marty, that Kounde has indeed told the club and Xavi that he wants to play as a center back. He doesn't feel comfortable as a right back. As a matter of fact, he is so unsatisfied that he has not officially filed a transfer request yet, but he is open to leaving. The club is aware his market value has grown compared to last summer. It remains to be seen how this will develop, whether something materializes or a resolution does happen. And so let's stop right there, right? Because I want to talk about one thing. Let's assess how Kounde has played as a right back with Barcelona this season. So in all competitions that Barcelona has been in, he has scored 1 goal and provided 6 assists, which means that he has been in 7 goal contributions. Just to put this into context, he has been in more goal contributions than Kyle Walker, a phenomenal right back and has had an amazing season with Manchester City, because Kyle Walker only has 2 goal contributions and Kounde also has more goal contributions than Carvajal, who is Real Madrid's right back, and he does have a total of 4 goal contributions. And of course, there are other right backs out there in the world like Hakimi and Trent that do have more goal contributions. Like for example, Hakimi has a total of 10 and Trent has a total of 13. But the fact that Kounde is close to those numbers is still very impressive, because Kounde again is not a right back. His role was always a center back. And so can you imagine what Kounde could do with his numbers in about 1 to 2 years if he continues to go in this way as a right back? He can definitely be up there with Trent and Hakimi. Also, Kounde has provided these goals and assists in very important moments through the season. Like for example, he has provided 2 assists against Sevilla, where Barcelona did win 3-0 as a right back. He provided 1 assist against Real Sociedad, where Barcelona won 1-0. Then he provided another assist against Manchester United as a right back, where it did ended up being a 2-2 tie. So those are some examples on where Kounde has placed his numbers. If we also look at the passes attempted, pass completion rate, progressive passes, he is in the top percentile. He's very, very good. If we look at his recoveries, he's in the top 10, ranked at number 7 in terms of in La Liga. If we also look at the recoveries per 90, Jules Kounde is ranked at number 7 in La Liga. He is one of the best. And so like I've said, can you imagine what Kounde could be like in about 1 to 2 years? If he continues to perfect his craft, he would be amazing. But the question is, does he want to? Because at the moment, it just doesn't seem like it. Maybe he just doesn't enjoy moving forward as much, or he does not like being positioned on the flank, and he probably also does not like doing constant crosses on the corner of the pitch. Who knows? Players will always have a different feeling on the way they play their role. But it's just crazy, right? Because what Kounde has been doing is what makes Kounde today. Like those numbers that he has provided, that is the reason why many of us praise Kounde. And so he has been so impressive that I would not even mind moving forward with the exact same backline going into next season with Kounde, Christensen, Araujo, and Alejandro Balde. So just to make things very clear, Kounde's preference is to stay. He does want to continue at Barcelona, but the people around Kounde, his environment, are already plotting for what they could do in the summer. And Kounde has just said, I just don't want to play as a right back no more. Now here's the thing, right? Like when I see that a player does not want to play in a certain position or in a certain role, and he's saying, I would much rather just do this because I'm not comfortable doing that. It in some way does bother me, because if we're allowing Kounde to do what he wants and we just say, yes, Kounde deserves to go on the center back position, he should not be playing as a right back if he doesn't feel comfortable, well, we're gonna have to say the exact same thing for Rafinha. Because remember, a few months ago when Rafinha was playing as a left winger, he did not look comfortable, and Rafinha had to tell Xavi Hernandez that he does not want to play as a left winger and he believes that he performs much better as a right back. And we were saying Rafinha should not be acting in that way. The only thing that Rafinha should do is improve his play and look out for the team, and he should be able to play in both flanks. And that was literally what many of us were saying. And so the same thing has to go with Kounde. We can't just say that with Kounde it's different. Kounde, whatever he wants, he should get it, regardless if it does hurt the team in the end. So we should say that Kounde should look out for the team. So if I was Xavi, I would tell Kounde, look, you should look out for the team first. I understand that yes, you may be not enjoying your football as a right back, but in the end, our team as a collective performs much better when you are on the right back position. And I would also show Kounde the reason why he is the best right now on the right back position, showing him videos, showing him stats, and just showing him how well he could do in the future. So it's a very difficult conversation, because let me fight against this key point also. Xavi also said in the beginning of this season that he would make Kounde the best center back in the world. And that is one of the reasons on why Jules Kounde came to Barcelona in the first place, is to become one of the best center backs in the world, if not the best center back in the world, and have a great pairing with Ronald Araujo. Today, we're not really seeing that. The center back pairing is Christensen Christensen and Araujo. So in some way, we can say that Xavi Hernandez did lie to Kounde, and Kounde does feel some sort of way with that. So these two sides of the conversation, they're very strong, which is why I do say it's a very difficult situation to handle. But I do have one solution, and I think that Xavi Hernandez is going to be going with this. I think that next season, Barcelona should already have a brand new right back, meaning that Barcelona should sign a right back this summer. And we'll see Kounde see much more of the center back position and play with Araujo. And I would say that for every 3 games that Kounde plays as a center back, that next game, Kounde should play as a right back. So we would not 100% take Kounde off from the right back position, but I think that he should just see way less of that position and much more playing in the middle. And I was looking through the media to see what everybody was saying, and many were saying we should sell Kounde for like 90 million euros and bring Cancelo, because it has been said that Barcelona value Kounde at around a minimum 80 million euros, and they would not want to sell him for no less than that. And let me tell you guys, if this ends up happening, if we sell Kounde for 85 or 90 million and we bring in Cancelo, that would probably be one of the biggest downgrades that Barcelona have done in a very long time, because Kounde is quality. He is just too good. And if you compare what Kounde will be in the future to what Cancelo is today at the age of 28 years old, it would be a huge mistake. Kounde's ceiling is so much higher. Like, why would Barcelona let go of a player that can play as a center back and as a right back very well, right? Very well, only to bring in a player that can only play as a right back? That would not make any sense. So next season, I would like to see Kounde in the team, Cancelo in the team. We have a backline of Cancelo as a right back, Kounde Araujo as a center back duo, with Alejandro Balde on the left back position. And of course, Cancelo can also play on the left back position, but most likely we will see a backline like this if João Laporta and Xavi Hernandez is persistent. And then our backup options are going to be Christensen, who will be the first option to replace any of these players, and then Eric Garcia, and then Marcos Alonso. So as for Cancelo, it has been said, according to Fernando Polo, that Cancelo is now the main candidate for Barcelona as a new right back signing. And there's a great reason for that. It is because maybe the plans for Kounde is changing. It has also been said from Gabriel Sanz that Cancelo is now ahead of Foyth. He is considered as a more feasible operation than the Argentinian right back. So I would not mind bringing in João Cancelo. If he brings good work ethic and he brings a great attitude, then I would not mind this player. Do I believe that Cancelo is going to be the best right back in the world with Barcelona? No, I don't think so. I just don't think that he has that capacity. But as long as he brings good work ethic, a great attitude, he's committed, he shows that he's determined to succeed, unlike what we have seen at Bayern Munich, then I would not mind his signing. The only worry that I do have though is that if we sign Cancelo, could that potentially hinder the signing of Kimmich? Now, I can't really give you a definitive answer because I'm not the one looking at the accounts of Barcelona, but I hope this does not end up happening, because if it does, if Barcelona know that they can only bring either Kimmich or Cancelo, I would not want to bring Cancelo at all. Kimmich is the number 1 priority if Barcelona decide to go for this player and the player wants to come to Barcelona. He is the number 1, because there's just no way that Barcelona bring in Cancelo, who charges 13 million euros gross, and also bring in Kimmich and also Lionel Messi. The wage bill can only go so high. But who knows? Like I've said, I have no idea what is going on the business side of things. Jorge Mendes might actually do Barcelona a favor and maybe cut down the price of Cancelo and also cut down his wage, and Barcelona can afford everybody. But that goes into a whole other different conversation when it comes to Cancelo, and I would probably make that in a whole separate other video, but that is going to be the latest regarding Kounde and Cancelo. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.